A derelict spacecraft drifted through the ebony void, akin to a metallic tomb adrift in the cosmic abyss. Only the smudged portholes emitted a faint amber glow, hinting at some vestige of habitation within. Year 49 of the End Times era also marked the 49th year since they had left their homeworld.
Reporting, Captain. The hibernation pods have been accounted for. Another 13 souls have failed to awaken. 42 survivors remain on board. Here is the list.
3 days
Food
after the
supplies are
fifth
adequate
hibernation
for now.
cycle ended, the crew reported the ship's status to management doctors. To escape their dying homeworld, hundreds from diverse fields boarded the colossal vessel, believing it would carry them to a promised land. However, it brought them only endless despair. The spacecraft lost propulsion shortly after departure, cannot return, and will not wait for rescue. It can only rely on its final inertial velocity to fly to its destination 4.2 light-years away, but it takes 1,000 years to reach its destination at this speed. Now marooned in a hellish prison, sin and despair consume them daily. For saving the last living energy they must cycle cryo-sleep. The air reeked of death, fear, and oppressive silence, smothering any trace of New Year celebration. Doctor had just finalized the latest Starship management plan, returning from the command deck to crew quarters. En route, they passed through the recreation area, a pitch-black void at night save for the faint glow of red and green indicator lights. The doctor noticed that there seemed to be several figures inside the comprehensive area, while also making a hissing sound.
What are you doing?
The doctor regretted his words as soon as he spoke. He shouldn't have meddled in these trivial matters. The figures froze in their tracks upon hearing the voice. Turning to see the white-clad DR, they grew brazen, with one even emitting a sinister laugh. Then the figures drifted closer like phantoms. The starship had lost internal gravity when propulsion failed, and the crew had adapted over decades.
Ah, Dr. Cohen.
Shouldn't you be resting at this hour?
We've been resting for 5 years. Came here to replenish our nutrients.
Replenish nutrients. The ship has adequate food supplies. There's no need to.
Doctor froze as the acrid tang of charred protein hit his nostrils. He'd heard the rumors but never believed them.
You.
His voice trailed off, staring in speechless horror at the figures before him. Starving predators masquerading as crew.
Care for a bite?
The man chuckled, producing a chunk of meat.
You are actually...
Dr. Cohen clung to the handrails, body floating weightlessly, barely managing to twist away as the man shoved the flesh into his mouth. Only then did he realize it was a severed forearm with fingers still attached. Revulsion surged through him as he spat it out.
How dare you?
Not bad. Right.
The others cackled, sounding like starving wraiths.
Animals. No. Demons.
Dr. Cohen gasped.
How could you?
Us.
The man interrupted.
You process corpses into fertilizer to grow crops. So you are scientists. We treat them directly as food. What's the difference?
You.
Dr. Cohen stiffened, the 49-year odyssey aboard the starship flashing through his mind in a nauseating loop. Like the recycled air and water, their dead loved ones, family, colleagues, friends, never truly departed. They merely cycled through each other's bodies, becoming part of everyone. Were they even human anymore? Trapped in this hellish limbo, they'd long since devolved into ghouls feasting on their own kind. A wave of nausea overwhelmed him. Laws and morality had dissolved decades ago. What could he possibly do? Prevent what? Regret surged. Why meddle? Pushing off the bulkhead, he propelled toward crew quarters.
Boss, should we?
Leave him. He's impotent. We still need their expertise to keep this ship running.
The full story has been uploaded.